said Alcorn. He goes, no, man. Oh, one L. Why the long L?
He said with a long
L. No.
You.
Oh, it's on the
Yeah. Yeah, it was gonna be Angela, but.
You know, the guy who's kind of mentally retarded that works.
Yeah, just
say
my
it.
keys.
Go for it.
Okay,
Just say
we're gonna go ahead and call this general meeting to order at 5:03.
Good evening.
Welcome. We're gonna start. We always open our meetings with a prayer, and so if you all would just bow your heads and join me in prayer. All right, Father in heaven, we just thank you for just blessing us to see another one of your days, beautiful days, Lord, that you've allowed us to see. Thank you for just bringing us almost to the halfway point of the week before the break, Father God. Just continue to be with us through this week, and that we may all have an enjoyable break. Continue to be with this organization, Lord, and that we're able to work together and accomplish all the things that we've set forth for the benefit of kids. It's been so good to us, and we can't do anything but thank you, Lord. It's our prayer we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, I'm feeling good. I was feeling kind of bad this morning, a little under the weather. Sick-wise, I said, yeah, feeling.
Girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna share that the medicine later in case y'all, it's the season, it's going around. I'm gonna share it. I can't remember the name, but I'm gonna share it. All right, we're gonna move right along to our litany of commitment. And so there are laminated copies at each table. If you will, please grab a copy of the litany and stand. And join in accordingly. All right, we dedicate this meeting to the qualitative improvement of education for African American students and the collaborative support of African American educators. We rejoice that African American educators and supporters are assembled under the banner of the Texas Alliance of Black School Educators. We ask God's guidance as we deliberate concerning the issues affecting the education of African American students and the role and importance of African American educators. To the honor of the Black community and to all those who share responsibility in the education of African American children. To the administrators, teachers, parents, and community leaders who are responsible for the quality of education for African American children,
We dedicate this meeting
to overcome the low levels of performance for masses of our children, the loss of African educators, and the serious questions about the content of education, traditional, academic, and cultural.
We raise our collective voices in urgent demand for equality and excellence in education.
To the call for new and extended independent African American initiatives in education, to the need to redress prior deprivations caused by slavery, segregation, racism, and poverty,
we pledge our commitment to do what is necessary for ourselves, as we understand that some things we must do ourselves. We, the benefactors of many who shed blood and life years to bring us to this point, are grateful for our heritage and this opportunity to go forward with the unfinished legacy. We dedicate ourselves to the education and service of African American children and educators throughout the nation.
Thank you so much, and you may be seated. And now I'm going to turn it over to our president.
All right. I just spent the weekend at A&M, and so all weekend long we've been saying howdy, and I almost said it to y'all, but I reeled it back in. So I want to welcome you guys to our November general meeting, and I want to open with a quote, and it's from Arthur Ashe, and he says, "Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can." And when I think about that quote, I think about the founders of the Garland Area Alliance affiliate here. You guys started where you were. You got people together. You said, this is something that we need to do here in Garland. This is a need for our students. And you used what you had and you pushed forward. And so I just want to encourage us at this time where we're beginning to jump into being extremely busy. you're not going to see that you have any time for anything extra. And I just want to encourage us to continue to persevere, to continue to push forward, and remember why it is that we're doing this. So use what you have. If that means that, you know what, I might not be able to come to this meeting, but I can come to the meeting on Monday for Diamonds and Pearls, or I can send in a donation, or I'm going to help out by talking it up to other people on my campus. Whatever it is that you have, use that so that we can continue to be there for our students. So the minutes are on your tables if you pick them up. If you need a copy of the minutes, they are over there. If you guys will just take this time to kind of review the minutes and see if there are any corrections. And if you don't have a copy of the financial report, it's up here as well, but we can get you a copy if anybody needs that.
I move approval of the minutes.
Okay.
Second.
Wonderful. It has been properly moved and seconded for us to accept the minutes as printed. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right. So the motion passed. Now we're going to have our treasurer to present our financial report.
Good evening, guys. How are y'all doing today? I'm Rhonda Williams. I'm the treasurer of GAABSE. Our balance ending October the 17th, 2017, which was our last meeting, was $10,478.82. Since then, we have received deposits in the amount of $2,090 for membership fees. And we have spent $109.90 for our membership drive, of which we'll be presenting those awards today. And that brings our current balance to $12,458.32. Is there a motion to accept the treasury report for audit?
Also moved.
Is there a second?
I second.
It's been moved and properly second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Danielle. I'm the financial secretary, and we have a motivational minute, an opportunity for us to kind of think about some things to keep us motivated to be a part of GAABSE. So, if you all will stand up for me and come meet me on the carpet. And if we can get like in a circle. So this is called, this activity is called Me Too. And so what it is anybody can say a statement. So I'll start off, I'll say a statement. And if that statement, if you agree with that statement or is something that also, you know, is a part of you, you can say Me Too. So everyone that says Me Too gets a piece of the yarn. The last person that has a piece of the yarn, then they'll say a statement. And then whoever, you know, connects with that statement will say Me Too. And then we'll kind of do that for a few times, all right? So I will say, I have been a member of GAABSE for less than 5 years. So if anyone else has been a member of GAABSE for less than 5 years, you say Me Too. Is it just me?
Me too.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is it just me?
So we stretch it across.
Yes.
All right.
And pull it a little bit, yeah. And then now you say something.
Okay. I think, let's see, how do I phrase it? I think educating our young people is one of the most important things we can in 2017.
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, sorry.
Me too.
Hold it.
But you gotta hold
Hold
it.
it.
Me too. And me too up in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can,
do a statement.
yeah, say a
Oh,
statement
statement.
in anything
Is
about it.
it about me or about?
It could be about
school or-
you, about school, yeah.
Okay, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving break.
Oh,
Me
Me
too.
Thompson, who else?
Me
Thompson?
Me too.
Me too. Me 3, 4, and 5.
Charles first.
She a nice win.
She can catch.
That's it.
Leave my house.
Statements. I have complimented or said something positive to at least 3 people thus far this year.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I
remember.
actually, you don't have to remember these. You know you did it, didn't you?
I don't have 3 people to talk to.
Me neither.
One thing-
Say one more.
one thing-
One more state.
Even though I don't have the energy sometimes or feel overwhelmed, I will never ever drop the torch when it comes to control about this nation.
Me three.
Me too.
You got it.
You go.
Who said it?
I said it.
She said.
You're right.
Okay, so question, what do you guys think is the significance of seeing the string intertwined?
Connections. Yeah. Relationships.
Right, anyone else?
Hold up your part.
We all have a lot in common.
Right.
So,
You can hold a lot in everybody.
yes. And so, walking away from this activity, I hope and pray that we, those comments that were made, we all take those comments and not only use it for GAABSE, but use them, you know, and back in our classrooms, our everyday lives, even with our families, especially with it being Thanksgiving holiday. So I hope you guys enjoy. Me too.
Yes, thank you, Danielle. So if you see up here, we have the agenda posted as well as a copy at the front. So I just want to get y'all ready. When you return in 2018, there will not be paper copies of the agenda. The agenda will be projected and shared. We are really trying to eliminate lots of use of paper. So just getting everybody ready. We've been baby stepping into this, so here we go. All right, so let's go through old business. The NAPSE conference is coming up starting tomorrow. Who's going to NAPSE? All right, we're excited about that. We had our GAABSE membership drive. That was in our old business, and we'll talk more about that. We talked about our executive board update with the changes in the board. We talked about constitutional amendments, and we have put a pin in the amendments and are taking input in regards to the verbiage used for the constitutional amendments. Then we also discussed TEA's desire for people to be a part of the social studies TEAC streamlining. We talked about a Hurricane Harvey relief drive, and we'll share more details about that. Then we talked about the encourage people to participate in the NAACP Education Forum. And that took place on November 4th, and our own Pamela Edwards presented on teaching our elementary students about bullying. So great job, Pamela. And then finally, we had our first GAABSE Twitter chat. Okay, so moving forward into new business, our membership drive. As you can see, We are currently at 98 members.
101.
Okay, well, we got some new ones in today, 101, which is, what, 24 more than we had last year. Let's give ourselves a round of applause.
All right.
At this time last year. So for that drive, we had an incentive going. The school that had the most new members won a gift certificate. And so, Danielle, you'll come with me.
Okay.
Will you please announce our winners, and hopefully we'll be able to share these with a representative from their school. Yes.
So we actually had a tie for memberships, or the most new members. The first school was Lakeview Centennial High School, and they had 5 new members. And then the other school that had the most new members was Saxe High School with 5 new members as well. So congratulations to those schools.
Do we have a representative from either one of those schools here?
Hey.
Thank you. Well, we will send those. Are you?
She's from Saxe.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Get your. Be sure to share. Okay, look, we're gonna take a picture.
Take a picture. I don't have my phone. You got it. You got it.
Got it.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that.
Okay. So moving on to the Hurricane Harvey relief drive.
With the papers out, I'll pass them.
There,
Go ahead.
okay. So I'm gonna get one. So you are going to receive a supply list. These are some of the items that were requested. And at the top, it kind of tells you a little bit about the school who was affected by the hurricane. They are in Port Arthur, Texas. And so they list out the school supplies as well as uniforms and detergent for uniforms that can be salvaged. So what we're doing is, as you know, in the past, we always do some sort of community service project. And so this is our community service piece. We're going to have a competition, as always. So the campus or building, so that means that Harris Hill doesn't get excluded. The campus or building that has the most participation will win a prize. You are going to collect these items from family, friends, coworkers, whomever. You can drop them off to any of the exec board members at our campuses or building, and our locations are listed there at the bottom. So you are welcome to bring those. You can inter-office them to us as well. So the drop-off date, the deadline is December 13th. So prior to us leaving for winter break, we'll be able to get those in. And it can be any of the things on this list, okay? Any questions about that?
Could we have a little more about them grants for that campus? I mean, I think that'll be, give us like, because you don't want, if somebody get a windfall amount of let's say what, somebody say senior, rhubarb.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got $5,000, you want to send all $5,000 to them? Or do we just need to send them 500? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just a
Right.
snapshot of the campus as far as student population.
That's a good question as far as the numbers. I know that they have 4 campuses and they're collecting supplies for 3 of those 4 campuses.
So it's part of the district and not a single campus.
It is for the Tapoya Academy of Accelerated Studies. And they have, and Mr. Pearson, if you would like to speak more about, if you have information about demographics, then please do.
I do know that they're mostly Black and Hispanic students. I think the campuses are about 400 per campus. So that's right. They're only getting it for 3 campuses. I think one of the campuses is fine. But we do have we have a phone number that we can talk to the headmaster,
Okay.
and then we can find out exactly what we need.
Great.
So is it a private school?
No, it's not. Right, school district, you're right, exactly it.
Okay. So for those of you online that are listening, it is a charter within the school district, and we are going to contact the headmaster to get more information.
Is it K-12? I mean, always.
It is K-12. Okay. All right, any other questions? All right. And so now Rhonda will share with us about the scholarship gala.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna pass around this, more trees. More trees, I'm so sorry, excuse me. So last year, we had a great gala. Did you guys enjoy that?
Yes.
Okay, we want to top it. We want to top it. We had approximately 100 people at our gala. We were able to, after paying all our bills, we were able to have roughly 5 scholarships
Mhm.
for seniors for last year. And this year we want to, even though we awarded 7 scholarships this year, was that correct? Is that the correct number that we?
We did 5.
5, okay.
Because 2 schools did not have any participants.
Okay, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna try to get participation from every school this year because we want to give out all 7 scholarships. And so we really need to work hard this year. We have a larger membership than we had last year. So my expectation is that we sell 150 tickets. So you guys, we need your help. Currently, we do not have committee members. So today we will be getting people for our committees. I've given you a layout of all of the subcommittees that we have for the scholarship committees. We have the Golden Apple Award, we have sponsorship, we have silent auction, marketing, program tickets, and flyers. We have logistics, entertainment, and decorations. Those are all of the committees that we have. So we have so many different committees because it takes a lot of hands to get this thing off, because it's always a very nice event. And the board members really enjoyed it last year. We had, I think, 3 board members that joined us, as well as superintendent, assistant soup, and several individuals that are directors throughout the district. So we were pleased with the turnout. So we really, really, really want this event to grow a little bit more this year, and we need your help. We currently have a location. We have the OCB Catering Company, who has an event center that is in Garland. So we have secured it with their sponsorship. They are sponsoring Garland Area Alliance of Black School Educators. When I called him to talk about it, he said, wait a minute, did you say Black school educators? And I said, yes, sir. He said, oh, yeah, we need to meet. And so I was headed to lunch. And so I said, okay, well, I can meet you now if you'd like to. And so we met at the event center. It's a very nice center. He is going to be doing some additional upgrades to it. But in the meantime, it's already a nice facility for us to use, and we don't have to travel very far. So he is we will not be having to pay for the facility. We'll just be paying for food. And we will be paying for the wait staff, which is a very small amount that they're asking for.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's a blessing.
Yes.
It's next to Bay.
Yes, it is. It is. So we will be, that is the address that's there. The theme this year is the Golden Gala. And I've given you the listings of all of the committees that we need. Okay? So I need people to start volunteering.
Yes.
Okay? That's all I have.
Okay.
Do you know how much the tickets are? Yes, the tickets are gonna still be the same price, $50. The Golden Apple Award, I didn't really hit on that. Last year, I think that teachers really enjoyed the Golden Apple Award. I'm gonna pass out the criteria for the Golden Apple Award. Trees. Okay, thank you. Yes. So we had an application process that included people nominating teachers, or they could nominate themselves. And there's just a step process to do that. Once we found out who the finalists were for all three levels, we had 3 from the elementary level, 3 from the high school level, 3 from middle school level. We went and presented them with a poster that says you're a finalist, and we filmed them, and then we got some footage of them in their classrooms, and we showed all of that footage at the gala, and I think it went over really well, and we'd like to do something very similar to that again this year. I think that the participation went up because we had nominated those teachers as well as an administrator in the district. We just chose an administrator that we wanted to honor, and I think we'll do that again this year. So we definitely need everybody's help because there's so many moving parts to get this thing off the ground by April 7th. All right, and that's really all I have this time.
No problem. All right, thank you, Rhonda. So I'm going to continue moving on through the agenda. The next thing you'll see is our Diamonds and Pearls Female Empowerment Mentoring Program. Program are for girls in 3rd through 12th grade, and we've had our first 2 meetings. The stories that come from the interactions are why we do what we do. We've had a mom more than once. Our very first meeting, a mom cried. I was like, I can't have you crying, then I'm gonna cry. Like, no crying. And she's like, this is just so great. My daughter needed this. Then after our second meeting, another mom has reached out. So we don't know the type of impact just having those girls together, just showing that somebody else is here to support, is doing for these families. We've had a young lady who was trying to find her way back into school and has been able to do that. So I don't want us to think that, oh, this is just something else. They've already started. They don't really need me. Yes, we do. And so in our last meeting, the girls talked about some of the things they would like to do. And so for our next meeting, they wanted to do an art project. And we have a mom who has volunteered to teach the girls how to do a wood burning art project. I've never ever done wood burning art, so this is new and neat to me. And so we've had people begin to volunteer to help out with the girls. In February, we would like to have a panel discussion with the girls. In order for the panel to work, we need panelists. That means we need people up there to have some real conversations with these young ladies. We would like a mixed panel, a panel of men and women, to share with them and to be open to answering questions. We're looking for people to participate, to share about their career. We're looking for people to share stories about their journey, share stories about their struggle, share stories about how it is that they stay motivated, how do they do what they do. So this is for our February meeting. So what I need from each and every one of you is for you to tell 2 other people. I want all of us to think right now, because we know somebody where you know their background story. Then I might not know their story or the other exec board members. So we wouldn't say, ooh, you know what? We need to call Pamela because Pamela's got a great story to share. So I want you to think of those people. At the NAACP forum, we had Mr. Young there, who was there when the 16th Street Baptist Church got bombed in Alabama and was able to share that experience. For me, that made the whole day, because to have someone that can speak their truth about something that happened that you read about in history books, but I wouldn't have known that about him because he's not someone within my circle. So I'm pleading with you to please think of those people and let us know, because we want to personally invite them to be a part of this panel. Okay, so we're looking, it's the first February, the first Monday in February, which is the, the 5th?
Yeah, I think it is the 5th.
February 5th, okay? So we are looking for panelists. We are also looking for sponsorship. The things that the girls would like to do require funds. Having food at the meeting requires funds. We want to treat these girls. We want them to have t-shirts that have their names on it. We want them to earn badges for all the things that we're doing each meeting. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Girls Night Out, Flossy Posse, and they had like their denim jacket with their badges on there. We want to do that with the girls. You know, we want our pearls. we want to gift them with a pearl necklace at the end of the year. Our diamonds, we want to gift them with a diamond pendant. Diamond-ish pendant. Diamond-ish. Diamond-ish.
I'll donate the pearl.
Yes. So we need sponsors. So if you know somebody who's been saying, you know, I'm just looking for something, I want to help out some young ladies, this is an opportunity. Share their contact information, please, please, please. Phyllis has already passed along information about a possible sponsor, but I'm gonna try to see how much sponsoring they want to do because we would love the assistance and the help. So that's the end of my begging. I'm gonna put my Keith Sweat voice away and move on to the next part. Okay, so our Christmas social. Ebony Forte has invited us to come to her home, and she's opening her home for our Christmas social. It is going to be December 9th from 5 to 8 p.m. A save the date will be sent to the membership that has the information on it. You will be required to RSVP so we can plan accordingly for food because we want to make sure that people are fed. And we also want to make sure that if we need to make any special accommodations for parking, that we do that as well. So that is something to look forward to. If you want to bring your donations for the Hurricane Harvey drive to the gathering, that's an opportunity as well. Now, GAABSE 2018. So if you have been a part of GAABSE back, what year was the conference at the Gaylord?
Gaylord?
14. Okay, so ever since the 2014 GAABSE conference, GISD has backed GAABSE. They have backed us financially with providing registration for our members. So this year, I'm happy to say they did it again. Woo-hoo! We were real excited. We didn't know how it was going to be. So what they did, we were given a 2-day turnaround to submit to the superintendent's office GAABSE members who are in good standing. So if you've been a part of GAABSE, last year, the requirements entailed coming to a meeting, participating in a committee, being a paid member of TAPSE as well as GAABSE. So we took those criteria, and then we also looked at people who have either hosted a meeting, they've opened their campus to us, people who have sponsored things, silent auction at the gala, have worked on a committee. Anybody who has shown an investment in the organization received an opportunity to apply to have their registration paid. So again, it was a 2-day turnaround. It was super fast. So names were submitted, and so I just want to make sure that the membership was aware that the district is sponsoring 10 regular membership registrations, and then the executive board and advisory board registrations for the conference. So if you get a moment, send them a note, tell them thank you, because we really do appreciate it. All right, the MLK parade will be January 20th. This is an opportunity for us to support our diamonds and pearls because we want them to be in charge of creating our float. And so we need people to work the parade with us. We need them to be a part of creating the float. So again, that's a after school, a weekend, a something. If you could just help organize, if you're creative, if you are a Pinterest fanatic, whatever it is, we would just love some assistance in getting that done. So be sure to let myself or any board member know if you want to participate in that. And then the last thing I have for us is our Twitter chat this Sunday. Shania is looking for those Twitter happy people who would love to moderate the chat. Moderating our chat is a 30-minute chat, is simply posting the questions and responding and retweeting. And anybody that's Twitter knowledgeable knows what moderating a Twitter chat is about. So if you are interested or you know someone who might be interested, please drop Shania a line. So we'll have our Twitter chat this Sunday at 7. I would like to see if there are any clarifying questions that anyone has prior to us moving forward to close the meeting? She lives,
Off Rowlett Road.
off of Rowlett Road, like if you're headed towards Murphy,
Is that Dexham?
like
Right,
by,
Rowlett and Dexam.
Firewheel,
Yeah.
headed that way.
We have another engagement that same night, so we're just trying to make sure we
Can do a little bit of both. Good, yeah.
Are we to bring things like a potluck kind of thing? Or-
I think so.
No,
I know
no.
she'll have fabulous desserts.
Yes,
Oh,
no, no. We just want you to bring yourselves and have fun and this be a time of us to just fellowship and enjoy the time together.
We'll do have games. We'll definitely have some games.
Yeah, we're gonna have some
You
games.
know, gift exchange would be fun.
Yeah, a gift exchange is a good
Like the
idea.
elephant, the white elephant.
White elephant, yeah,
we'll
we'll
Yeah.
send that out.
Yeah.
That's a good, yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna donate $500 to them.
Amen. Won't he do it?
Won't he? I'll donate their pearls.
We have another donation.
I'll donate their pearls at the end.
All right, another donation.
Yes,
Any
we
more
love pearls.
donations? Any more
I'm finding
donations?
pearls. I find some. I said I'll donate their pearls at the end.
Thank you.
I can find their pearls.
Okay, hey, y'all out there, in case you missed it, our wonderful member, Miss Montgomery, is donating $500 to our Diamonds and Pearls, and Bonnie Barrett is gonna donate the girls' pearls. So I think that's a challenge. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna step up? Are you gonna come out and make a donation too? Come on. Yes, yes. Pressure bust a pipe. Okay,
Minimize.
thank you. I know. Like, okay. Any other questions? All right. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes. College tour. Thank you. See, if I don't write it down, I'll forget. For those of you that might not be aware, TABSE has college tours for students, and they will have a college tour during spring break. And this is open to all of our students. The very first meeting should be taking place in January. So if you look online on the TABSE website, you can see more information about the college tour. So it is open to all GISD, DISD, RISD,
Everybody.
PI, everybody. Yes, okay. MISD
He says during spring break, right?
during spring break.
You know how much it is?
All the information is on the
What you doing on the
website.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
What do
it
you need?
now.
Alice is doing the silent.
So before I close, in our normal tradition, anyone that's new, this is your first time coming out to a GAABSE meeting, we would like for you to stand and introduce yourself so you can be recognized.
Feel like I'm visiting.
At the church, you know that's what it is. Right.
I'm not visual, so I can't do decorations.
Abram Joseph, Mesquite ISD, Poteet High School. I'm under that. I've been in Mesquite now 15 years.
Yeah.
I've been in Mesquite 15 years. Pretty cool to be here with you all.
Thank you.
Is Karen still the principal?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is Karen still the principal there?
Dr. Cummings, she is the assistant superintendent. She's phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's got a
Right.
I knew before she got married.
Yes, thank you, and thank you for coming. Welcome. Yes. Welcome. Yes, Diamonds and Pearls. Yay! Yes, we're excited too. All right.
They help. Get the girls to make t-shirts. You want t-shirts made?
Yes, we do want t-shirts made. Right, Pamela.
All right, let me add
Right.
the donation.
I mean, this is Hercules. Wonderful.
T-shirts,
though,
Diamond
if anyone
Pearls,
wants them.
Yes, I will
or
definitely.
shirts, however you want, shirts you want. Look at the custom shirts.
That's everything. I thank you guys for coming. I'm going to adjourn this meeting at 5:43 p.m. Please make sure to connect. There are some cookies. Be sure to grab some. Membership applications are there at the front as well. We can take those. And our two new to the meeting today, I have a gift for you. So don't leave. Thank you.
For real. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.